trick. Now presenting your home team, the Biscuits. Head coach, Ken Fitzgibbons. Assistant coach, Kurt Russell. Number 4, Nick Davis. Number 6, Dawson George. Number 8, Jackson Linton. Number 10, Cody Vandegraff. Number 12, Josh Davies. Number 14, BJ Cook. Number 16, Aiden Brandt. Number 18, Sam Shepherd. Number 20, Finlay Duncan. Number 22, Jeff Kerr. Number 24, Tyson Knoll. Number 26, Caleb Goodwin. Number 28, Ben Byrne. Number 30, Jackson Stivey. Number 32, Matthew Stanton. Number 35, Luden Tamara. Play ball.
Dicky's in three. Dicky's in three, baby. Dicky's in three.
Good evening and welcome to Empire Ballpark out here in Perth, Western Australia. We're here for day 2 of the Rays Showcase. We're featuring the under-18s game between the Biscuits and the Bulls. Last night, we saw the Biscuits claim a 4-0 win over the Bulls. And we're ready to see what these two teams can offer today. Just waiting on starting lineups to make their way up to the booth. And we'll take a look at the rosters for each team once again. Biscuits are getting set to take the field as the home team today. Umpires are running out to position. As you can see here, we have the Durham Bulls from the Perth under-18s team. Last night, Cameron Landy was one of the big heroes of the game as he got the base hit that kind of plated the runs to blow the game open late in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cooper McDonald, Braden Moyle, Owen Pilcher had a great game in center field and on the base paths. Braden Horsley, Michael DeGasperis, Jacob Santich had a little bit of a busy evening, first base and catching behind the plate. And of course, Moyle led off that game with a home run. Looked like it was going to be the only scoring involved, but Landy did add in the 3 extra runs. Managed to come around on the play as the ball crept past the right fielder and able to score on the throw that got past the catcher. For the Biscuits, we'll have BJ Cook, Sam Shepard, Dawson George, Jackson Lempis, Finley Duncan, Luden Tamara, Cody Vandergraaf, Josh Davies. Josh Davies was behind the plate. He'll be, looks like over at shortstop will be BJ Cook. Davies will be getting a day off from behind the plate. Ben Bird threw an exceptional game last evening. Looks like we'll have Aiden Branch. Bird yesterday we saw in action. Jackson Stivey we saw in action. Matthew Stanton was in left field. He'll be there once again today. Cody Vandergraaf saddled with the loss last evening. Left-hander threw well, but managed to get rid of those base runners by allowing Landy's hit to come around and score. We're set for action on day 2, under 18s.
Batting for the Bulls, number 12, Braden Moyle.
Leading off the game here for the Bulls will be number 12, Braden Moyle. And pitching for the Biscuits, Matthew Stanton. Stanton starts things off with the ball outside. Moyle, a very selective hitter from the Perth Baseball Club. Stanton's breaking ball crosses outside corner for a strike. That ball will wind up down in the dirt. Addie Stanton, product of the Kareen Cats. That ball will be popped up into left center field and tracked down. By Jackson Stivey, getting a little bit of action here in the field today. Speaking to Jackson's parents, he was excited to be on the mound last night and probably thrilled to have a little bit more action and getting some game time in the outfield as well. Now batting at first baseman Cooper McDonald. McDonald, left-handed hitter. Watches that first pitch cross for a strike, and second one does not find the zone. Stanton working quickly. Breaking ball just misses on the outside corner, out low. Stanton had a pretty good day in the field yesterday. A couple of catches in left field. Managed to get on base a couple times. Was not able to capitalize with that run. That foul ball will be just over the rooftops for us and down to the hill. In front of the truck for the production crew. Another warm day out here in West Australia. Into the 30s. The afternoon breeze hasn't kicked up as strong as it was the last couple of days, so McDonald will single up the middle for the first hit of the ball game. The Bulls have their first runner on board. That'll bring to the plate number 18, designated hitter today, Owen Pilcher. Pilcher is a center fielder for the Wanneroo Giants, leading the batting average for the State League club action. A couple points this season. I think he may have dropped down to third after last weekend's results. But having a very successful season by all accounts for Jay Bullingham and the Wanneroo Giants. Pilcher will watch Stanton's first offering. Oh, come in high and inside for ball one. Stanton giving a couple of extra looks to the runner. McDonald does go. The throw would have been in time, but just offline a little bit. McDonald's able to scamper over to third, and the second throw manages to square him up in the back and kind of sit down right under him. You can see the throw there from catcher Jacob Santich. In time, but just a little bit offline. Stanton able to regroup, come back with a strike. 2-1 count to Pilcher. Pilcher will turn and wear that one off the left shoulder. Base on balls, and we'll have runners first and third.
Now batting number 14, Cameron Landy.
Now coming to the plate, number 14, Cameron Landy. You can see that one just getting away. And actually, I think that may have even creeped up and got him off the ear flap of the batting helmet. This one will be a teammate versus teammate battle, as Stanton and Landy are both Korean cats. Pilcher, one of the fastest kids out in WA. Stanton was trying to keep him close, looking over the shoulder, but he broke on first pitch. And Santich tries to fire down to third to get McDonald creeping off the base pass, but everyone back safely. Runners second and third with one out. Breaking ball gets Landy swinging out in front. I think we were able to see that a little bit yesterday, that Landy's susceptible to the breaking ball at times. But he managed to get a fastball at the end of last evening that he deposited into right field and able to come all the way around 360 feet to score the last run of the game. Landy will watch that offering from Stanton come up. 2-1 the count with one out, runners second and third. You just see Moyle giving a little bit of instructions to McDonald at third. Stanton's offering right across the letters, but just out of the strike zone. The 3-1 offering. Breaking ball will cross high for strike two. Bases occupied by the Bulls, looking to strike first. They're able to strike first yesterday's game. But Stanton misses wide on that offering. Bases are going to be full of Bulls. One out. And now stepping to the plate, number 6, Sam Gooch. Gooch will swing at the first offering, hit it into the left field. Jackson Stivey camps under it, loses it in his glove a little bit, not able to have a play at the plate for the run. So the Bulls strike first for the second day in a row. They will have the first run across the game. Runners not able to advance. But Gooch gets the job done with the sacrifice fly. McDonald comes across the plate first for the Bulls. Stanton now has 2 outs, looking to get out of the inning with no further damage. And now stepping to the plate, will be right fielder Braden Horsley. Horsley will foul that second offering off. BJ Cook just creeping behind the runner there at second base, trying to keep him close, not letting Pilcher get too big of a lead. Stanton figures he'll float a throw over. BJ almost surprised to see it coming. Pilcher will take off to third. The breaking ball in the outside corner crosses for strike 3. So the Bulls will leave 2 stranded, but they do strike first with 1 run. McDonald comes across the plate. Well, that's it for the Bulls in the first. Biscuits coming up.
In June of this year, I had an MRI on my knee. The process from start to finish was very quick. They were very accommodating, accepted me in for a booking after hours. They even called me back the next morning to get further scans to get a real thorough diagnosis of my injury. SKG, as a valued partner to the Perth Heat, they always have your best interests at heart and are always taking best care of you.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. Beautiful day out here in Perth. Want to thank the sponsors of the Rays Showcase putting this on for the second year. Diamond Fitness, Dean White and his crew. Of course, make sure and join the Diamond Fitness Club out here in Canning Vale. Work with Dean, John Ogilvie, Lee Godfrey, BJ Cook, the rest of the staff. I think I'm forgetting Josh Kennelly. Leading off for the Biscuits will be number 8, Jackson Limpus. Limpus, South Perth product. Quiet night last night. He'll watch the first offering high and tight, but across for strike 1. On the mound for the Bulls, Kane Newham. Newham's second offering misses the strike zone for a ball. They'll keep that offering up and out for ball 2. Misses low and away for ball 3. I'm trying to find a little bit of rhythm here. Biscuits hoping that the rally train are rolling past the outfield fence, able to help them as the home team tonight. And Jackson Limpus will get things started in the bottom of the first with a leadoff walk. Now stepping to the plate will be first baseman number 24, Tyson Knoll. Of course, the rally train rolls through here in the afternoon. We'll roll through here later in the evening a few more times, making its way to the Fremantle ports to the Goldfields. Tyson Knoll, lanky left-hander from Swan Districts Baseball Club. He'll watch that offering from Newham across for a ball. Can't imagine they're going to be swinging it too many right away with 5 balls thrown in a row. Limpus does a fake 2-step break. Does not manage to go. Knoll was swinging. Potential hit and run in play. Biscuits not able to manufacture any runs yesterday, looking for that opportunity, maybe looking to play a little bit of small ball. Get runners started. Newham will step off and throw over to first to keep Limpus close. Knoll will swing at that one. Landy manages to gather it. Dives over to step on second himself, throws to his knees. Will get the leadoff runner out at second. Will not get Tyson Knoll in time. Tyson will reach on the fielder's choice. Good diving play there by Landy, and wasn't sure if he was going to be able to flip it in time to get the runner, and realized he was only a dive away, so he stretched out to the bag, touched it himself, and tried to complete the double play on his own. It's one of the things about Cameron Landy. He's excellent in the field. The glove work is top notch. BJ Cook now batting. Fouled that second offering off for strike 2. Bailey J. Cook signing with Weatherford College just outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Coming off of an arm injury. Finally getting some consistent playing time, both pitching and playing shortstop. Another product of Swan Districts Baseball Club. BJ will watch that one. Looked to be thrown up over his shoulder high. Will be called out on strikes. A little bit of a tough call there, but walk back to the dugout. Now stepping in for the Biscuits, number 22, Jeff Kerr. Biscuits hoping to take advantage of the opportunity of having base runners. The Olympus reached first, but was forced out in the fielder's choice. Tyson Knoll on base, still over at 1, and Kerr will watch the offering from Newham come across for strike one. Newham stepping off to gather himself. Relook at the sequence. Kerr able to deposit one between third base and shortstop for a base hit. Runners will be first and second. And now stepping to the plate be second baseman Caleb Goodwin. Number 26, Caleb, product of South Perth Baseball Club. Biscuits still looking for their first run of the Rays showcase. 2 on, 2 out. Newham comes set. Looks the runners back at 2. Delivers to the plate. Gets the breaking ball across on the outside corner for strike one. Santich not able to squeeze that one, but gets the called strike anyway on the outside corner. Goodwin fouls that one off. Count remains 1 and 2. He'll get that one deep into the hole. Landy able to stop it, but not able to make a throw in time to do anything about the speedy Goodwin. The Biscuits will now have the bases loaded. Stepping to the plate will be right fielder Cody Vandergraaf. Cody able to get a little bit of time on the mound last evening. Came into the ball game obviously down 1-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, unfortunately. One of the pitchers had let some runners on, and he was the one tasked with facing Cam Landy, and Landy able to come through with that base knock into right field that blew the game open for the Bulls. And bases loaded. Looking for that opportunity to atone for last night. Take advantage of his own opportunities. He'll have watch that one down in the dirt. 1-1 count. Newham peering in for the signs, comes set, checks the runners back. Delivers a fastball in the outside corner, just wide of the strike zone. Good look there of Kane Newham. That 2-1 offering misses up for a 3-1. Cam Landy will take an opportunity to just walk out to the mound, calm down his pitcher, remind him, let him put the ball in play. You've got 2 out, any base. Does throw that strike. Gaspris will camp under it, and that will do it for the Biscuits at the bottom of the 1st. They leave the bases full after 1 complete. Bulls 1, Biscuits 0. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second inning.
Today I'ma wake up a new man, driving a new road, develop a new plan. I'll never be blue, man, whatever the view, man. Go to a new beach, get me a new tan. I'ma write down every single thought. I goes on my wall, I win, I never fall. I've been gone for a minute, yeah, had to be free. You want it, I got it, so tell me what you need. Go get it, you got it, I see you.
Yeah, welcome back to Empire Ballpark. We've just completed the first inning of action in the under-18s Rays Showcase. Again, big thank you to all the sponsors. If you were just watching, again, Diamond Fitness, Australian Institute of Fitness, as well as SKG Radiology. Big part of being able to help put this on, along with the Tampa Bay Rays, partnership with the Perth Heat. Of course, this is taking place in terms of the under-18s, under-16s state teams national tournament that would normally take place about this time of the year. COVID shutting things down, and Baseball WA came up with an option in order to get kids tournament baseball. Stanton in for his second inning of work. 1-1 count as he bounced that second pitch short of the plate. Leading off the Bulls' second inning, number 2, second baseman Carlos Salas. Salas last night started behind the dish, getting work tonight at second base. Salas will put that one just out of the range of VJ Cook on the infield and into shallow left for a base hit, leading things off for the Bulls in the second inning. That'll bring to the plate number 8, Michael DeGasperis. DeGasperis, another product of the Swan Districts Baseball Club. Quite a few number of kids, I think, in terms of representation from the clubs. We have kids from Wanneroo, Kareen, Swan Districts, Perth, Morley, South Perth, Victoria Park. Gasperis grounds that one hard over to third, and that will be just off the glove of Aiden Branch. Be a base hit. So the Bulls start things off with 2 hits. Now coming to the plate, the catcher Jacob Santich. Stanton will start things off with a curveball to Santich. Misses just in. If you're just tuning in, you can see the Pasoto camera just placed in front of home plate. That is the pitching 2.0 camera. West Australian coaches are using it to give feedback to pitchers in terms of pitch speeds, spin rates, breaking rates, as well as pitching form in terms of stride and form, making sure they're following through to the plate correctly. Another breaking ball. Santich will hit that one hard. Jackson Stivey drifting back, and that one will clear the wall for a home run. The Durham Bulls have home runs on consecutive days to the left field side. Jacob Santich breaking things open with a 3-run shot. That will give the Bulls a commanding 4-run lead. Same score that we had as a final yesterday. Scoring coming a little bit earlier in the afternoon than it was last evening. Thought Jackson was going to have a chance at that one the way he was going back. Managed to have just enough to get over that north side rentals sign in left field. And now coming to the plate, number 12, third baseman Braden Moyle. Moyle, of course, led the game off last night with that home run, just missing the Moore Housing home run sign. And just finishing that representation of the State League clubs here. I believe I left off with Victoria Park, South Perth, and Melville. Moyle will drive that one hard into left field. Jackson Stivey battling the sun comes away with the catch. Jackson's had a busy first inning and a third. Several hits coming out his way. Moyle will be retired for the first out of the inning. 3 runs crossing the plate so far, and now stepping to the plate, number 16, Cooper McDonald. McDonald playing first base here, game number 2. He'll have a big step, and he takes a swing at the first offering, chops it up the middle for another base hit. And just as he did the inning before, McDonald reaches for the second inning in a row. That'll bring to the plate designated hitter, number 18, Owen Pilcher. Zoom in on Jeff Kerr there, giving the signs to Stanton. Pilcher awaiting the delivery. He'll watch that first offering come across the letters high. Doesn't necessarily like the call, but it'll be strike 1. I think a few hitters are seeing that strike zone. Obviously, different umpires today. A little bit different zone than what was experienced last night. Pilcher will swing at that one, deposit it into left field. Jackson will overrun it. That allows McDonald to scamper on to third, and Pilcher will take advantage and beat Jackson's throw into 2. Single with error overrunning the ball. Ork Soppold going to take a minute to go out and chat with Matthew Stanton. Pilcher able to show off his wheels. As we said yesterday, he does run a 60-yard dash. He's above average in terms of major league speed. I'll bring to the plate shortstop number 14, Cameron Landy. Landy out of the Crean Baseball Club. Had a big hit last night. He'll swing at that first offering, and it will be just foul. McDonald had to make sure he got out of the way of it. He was in foul territory, but had to duck out. Trying not to wear it. Landy will step back into the box for the 0-1 delivery. Let's see if Stanton goes back to the breaking speed to keep Landy off balance. Wasn't quite a curveball, but had a little bit of late breaking action on it. Down on the knees. That'll be 2 strikes early on against Landy. 0-2 count. Runners second and third with 1 out. Goes back to that breaking ball, and that'll be hit out to Jackson Stivey once again. He makes a reaching catch. Managed to jump up on him. And the runner's going to be thrown out at third. They did cut it off. BJ Cook managed to get the throw over to Pilcher, and I believe that's going to be out before the runner scored. We're going to have to double check what happened there. I believe all runners were out before the runner crossed the plate. So that's going to be one of those big things that we talk about. Rod Drew mentioned it yesterday. Do those little things right. Bulls get 3 runs. We'll be back after the half inning, after this break. Welcome back to the ballpark. We were able to see that play in its entirety. BJ makes that throw over to third base, gets that out. And as a result, the runner that did go back and tag, but you see him just start to slow up right there. He did not cross the plate in time. That's a run that is not added onto the scoreboard. So the Bulls only get 3 runs in that top half of the inning. Could have had 4. We'll see if that comes back to bite him later on, but those are the little things in baseball that BJ Cook making a smart play to try to get out and got him out of the inning. Leading off for the Biscuits here in bottom of the second be Ben Bird. Ben Bird started on the mound last inning, playing left field today. And watch that first offering from Kane Newham cross for ball 1. Bird will swing at that offering, a hard line drive, but foul down the first base line. Threw an excellent game. Got snake bit on the first pitch, and Moyle deposited it over the left field fence for a home run. Bird went 3 innings. Eventually pulled halfway through that third or into the 4th inning. Threw a terrific game outside of 1 pitch, as it was a 1-0 battle until the 6th inning when things were broken open. Bird has watched 2 more balls. Count 3-1 as Newham peers in for the signs. He'll come set. Kicks, delivers. Will miss the strike zone. So Newham trying to work a quick inning, get his team back into the field after scoring, getting his team back into the plate after they got him that commanding 4-0 lead. Allows the Biscuits leadoff runner on for the 2nd inning in a row, and now stepping to the plate be number 30, Jackson Stivey. Stivey, the left fielder today. Got an inning in a third or 2/3 yesterday. Came in, got him out of a tough spot, and loaded the bases, and managed to work his way out of it. He'll watch the first one across for a ball and then watches the second one cross letter high for a strike. See the adjustment that the hitter's going to have to make. The strike zone a little bit more favorable to the letter pitch this afternoon. Stivey will reach out on that one. Newham fields it, but it gets away from him. He'll fire over. Not in time. Jackson Stivey able to beat that one out. Tough play for a pitcher coming off the mound. Was able to reach out and not able to stick it with his glove. You see that one, he was falling off the other way, tried to come back and make a play. Just managed to get away from him, and as he fired over, throw down in the dirt, just not in time. So the Biscuits have runners first and second. And stepping to the plate now is Aiden Branch, the third baseman. Branch will watch that offering chin high for a ball. Newham peering their runners back at second. Oh, breaking ball right there at the top of the zone for a strike. Again, Biscuits still looking for their first run of the series. Left the bases loaded in the first inning. Have the first two runners reaching here. Aiden Branch watches that offering high for a ball, so 2-1 count. Wind playing a little bit of games out here in the west as that Fremantle Docker picks up. Was blowing in from center field about 5 minutes ago. Now it's starting to blow out towards left. Just able to see it flapping in the breeze there. Of course, the flagpole's in the left center field. 3-1 offering from Newham. Will miss, and walk will load the bases for the Biscuits. They'll turn things over to the top of the lineup. That'll be number 8, Jackson Limpus. Bulls will have the corner infielders playing in. They'll play in front of base paths. They'll be at the corners. Double play depth up the middle. Olympus is a quick runner. If he's able to put something down and into play, he'll big step and watch that first one down in the dirt for a ball. Newham working under duress in both of these innings, having the bases loaded both times. That pitch will cross low and away, but called strike. Managed to just catch the corner of the zone. Even things up 1-1. Olympus will deposit that one into shallow right center field. That'll score 2 for the Biscuits. They have their first runs, and he will beat Cameron Landy into the bag. Jackson Limpus with a 2 RBI double for the first runs of the series for the Biscuits. So they cut that lead in half. They have runners second and third. Now stepping to the plate be the left-hander Tyson Knoll. Olympus with a big smile on his face there. You hear the teammates telling him, get going. He was watching to make sure it was going to get down, but no doubt about that one. So Tyson Knoll will swing at the first offering from Newham, and he'll deposit that one into left field. They're bringing both runners across. That ball is going to bounce off of the runner. Safe at home. Sandage tries to throw down to get Knoll at second. Runners were breaking on the pitch, and as soon as it was hit, Jackson Limpus was rounding third as run came through, and good look at it here. Came up firing, but managed to hit Limpus in the back just had enough to roll to the plate. Santich picked it up, tried to fire down for 2, but Knoll able to slide in safely. So the Biscuits have tied the game at 4. Just like that, we're back to a brand new ball game. Tyson Knoll on second, nobody out here. Second inning, and we're going to have a meeting of the minds. All the infielders pulled in. Kane Newham will remain in the game.
Playing 14, BJ Cook.
Face number 14, BJ Cook. Newham peers Tyson Knoll back at second. Landy backs off. That ball will be down in the dirt, drift away from Santich. Knoll will scamper over to third. Biscuits have gained plenty of plus 90s these last 2 innings, finally breaking through and taking advantage of them here in the bottom of the second. Completing the first 4 runs, nobody out. Biscuits managed to lose the game 4-0 last night. Fell down 4 runs early here, giving up 1 in the first, 3 in the second, but have struck quickly for 4 more in the second. Sitting in a 4-4 game here in second day of action, the Rays showcase. BJ, 2-1 count from Kane Newham. He'll swing at that one. That's going to be through the left side of the infield. Another base hit for the Biscuits. Knoll will trot on home. Biscuits have their first lead of the series. They've scored 5 unanswered runs here. Nobody out. Bottom of the second inning. BJ RBI single. That'll bring to the plate number 22, Jeff Kerr. Jeff Kerr, catcher in this game. BJ faked a jump. Newham's pitch out of the zone for ball 1. Last night we were able to see Owen Pilcher and Moyle take advantage, get the running game going for the Bulls. We'll see if the Biscuits are able to do the same thing on day 2. BJ with a healthy lead off of first base, not taking advantage breaking on any of the pitches yet, but Newham's pitches haven't found the zone, so a 2-0 count here to Jeff Kerr. Newham will step off as Cook had taken another half step on the lead from the previous 2 pitches. BJ just shortingly increasing that lead. Again, distance between the base paths sitting at 90 feet. BJ getting at least a third of that off of his secondary lead. BJ breaks on that pitch on a 2-1 count. He'll slide in safely. Head first slide, beats the tag from Jacob Salas. Carlos Salas, sorry. Jeff Kerr watched that offering. 2-2 count. He'll watch the 2-2 pitch outside and low for ball 3. That'll full count here. 3-2, nobody out. Biscuits have plated 5 runs. Runner on second. Newham delivers. Big swing, foul tip right into the glove of Santich. That'll sit down Kerr. for the first out of the second inning. Now stepping to the plate, number 26, Caleb Goodwin. Goodwin at playing second base today. He'll swing at the first offering and pop it sky high. Moyle camps under it on the infield. Battles the sun but makes the out. 2 quick outs there for the Biscuits. That'll bring to the plate right fielder. Number 10, Cody Vandergraaf. Vandergraaf had an opportunity to plate runs in the first inning, but managed to get out and leave the bases loaded. We'll have a runner here on second, looking to another chance at an RBI. He'll call time on the approach. Knew him had spent a little bit of time, maybe too much time looking back at BJ Cook. Kicks, delivers, misses up and away for ball 1. Newham gets the signs from Santich. 1-0 delivery. Low for ball 2. Landy and Sloss holding BJ Cook close to the bag. Landy creeping in behind him. Vandergraaf will swing at that one, and he'll deposit that into shallow right center. BJ Cook will round third and trot on home. That'll be an RBI single for Vandergraaf. That'll be the 6th run of the inning for the Biscuits. Now coming to the plate, last night's starting pitcher, the left fielder today, number 28, Ben Bird. Bird will watch that offering low and away for a strike. And if you're joining us, day 2 of the action here, under 18s Rays Showcase, Perth, Western Australia. Rays Showcase has come about because the under 18s and under 16s Australian National Youth Championships not able to take place due to COVID restrictions, border closures. Diamond Fitness Group has managed to put together a great opportunity for top 65 ball players at the age groups for WA baseball players. That'll end the second inning for the Biscuits. They're able to score 6 runs. They take a 2-run lead after 2 complete. Biscuits 6, Bulls 4. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. We're set to start the third inning between the Bulls and the Biscuits. Biscuits finally broke through for their first runs of the series. Managed to get 6 runs in the bottom of that second inning. They have taken a 6-4 lead here, leading things off for the Bulls. Number 6, Sam Gooch. Gooch has watched the first 2 offerings. 1-1 approach from Stanton. Stanton gave up 1 run in the first as the Bulls were able to load the bases. And then managed to serve up a home run to Jacob Santich. 3-run home run in the second. Begins his third inning of work. Missing the zone a little bit. 3-1 the count here. As he comes, hits, kicks, delivers. And this is just out of the zone up. And Gooch able to start things off for the Bulls with the walk. That'll bring up right fielder number 10, Braden Horsley. Horsley was able to get the job done in the first inning, plating that run for the Bulls. He'll swing at the first offering and put it into left field for a base hit. First 2 runners reach for the Bulls for the second inning in a row. They were able to retire the leadoff hitter in the first inning and have allowed the first 2 to reach in the last 2. That'll bring to the plate number 2, Carlos Salas playing second base after catching first half of the game last night. Salas moves to the front of the box as he anticipates the breaking ball from Stanton. Does get it, but it manages to miss the zone. As we saw earlier on that both pitchers were getting the calls at the letters. That seems to have reduced just a little bit now here in the third inning. Fastball will be off the bat of the check swing from Salas. Cross for a strike. Stanton peers the runners back, and Salas will call time at the plate. Salas back into the box. Runners taking their leads off from the bases. Gooch not getting too far off. Kerr reaches down to try to just glove that ball. It'll skip underneath him. Bounces off the bricks, bounces back to him right away. Runner's still able to advance to second and third. That's where we've seen, last night we saw a lot of good action from catchers all around, blocking the ball, going down into the dirt, using their bodies to keep the ball in front of them. Kerr manages to reach for that one. It doesn't come through. Aiden Branch will have that ball scored under his glove. I think he was defensively trying to it. He lost it in the sun a little bit. And just watch it right there. He's looking directly into the sun as it's starting to set and manages to just find its way under him. Jackson Stivey having to run a long way to field it. That'll play to run for the Bulls. They cut that deficit down to 1. Runners first and third. Now stepping to the plate, number 8, Michael DeGasperis. DeGasperis is the designated hitter last night. Has had a hit so far to start this game. Dangerous player with stick, glove, and speed. That one again down in the dirt. It'll get away from Kerr. It'll bounce all the way to the brick wall near his dugout. That'll plate another run for the Bulls. They will tie the game. Second in a row. Runner will advance to second to keep the scoring threat active. 2-0 count to DeGasperis. Moves back in the box now. You know, if he'd stayed at the front, that ball probably doesn't cross in the strike zone, but because he decided to move that 2 feet back, breaking ball able to drop down into the zone for a strike. 2-1 count now to DeGasperis. Stanton kicks, delivers. That one a little bit low for ball 3. 2 different ball games from less than 24 hours apart. As we said last night, if you didn't join us, the Bulls were able to jump out to a 1-run lead and ended up breaking the game open late in the 6th. Ran away winners 4-0. Bulls here jumped out to a 4-0 lead after the first inning and a half. Managed to let it slip away, giving up 6 there in the bottom of the second, but quickly had 2 runners reach and come across the plate and just have a runner on second with nobody out. Tied the game back up at 6 apiece. DeGasperis waiting his second arrival of the 3-2 pitch. Just fouled that last one off. Stanton delivers the breaking ball. DeGasperis will swing at that offering. Manages to miss it. He'll go down on strikes for the first out. That'll bring to the plate number 20, Jacob Santich. Santich, last time he was at the plate, deposited that 3-run home run in the second inning. He'll watch the first offering cross up and away for ball 1. Gotta believe he probably will not see that inside fastball from Stanton in this at bat, especially with a runner on again. He will hit that one a mile high. Kerr camps under it, but doesn't get turned around. Manages to reach for that one. It goes off of his glove, lands fair for a base hit. The runner's not able to advance on anything because Kerr looked to be camped under it. Now that's a tough play for a catcher. Normally you're taught there, go ahead and get that back turned all the way to the infield because that backspin is going to play a little bit of tricks on you. Because he's not able to get behind that ball, goes off the edge of his glove and falls for a base hit off of the error. Moyle will swing at the first offering. He'll hit that one down the left field line. Jackson Stivey has to come up to the fence. 1 run scores. Santich comes around first to third. Moyle hot on his heels. Runners will be second and third. The Biscuits have given up the lead as the Bulls have retaken it with 3 runs. Do have 1 out. Runners now second and third. Now coming to the plate will be Cooper McDonald. McDonald joining Moyle and having at bats every inning so far in these first 3 innings. McDonald scored the first run of the ball game for the Bulls back in the first inning. He'll look to help add to the Bulls' freshly retaken lead. He'll swing at that first offering off of Tyson Knoll's glove. Knoll tries to glove it again. Picks it up with his bare hand, manages to beat McDonald to the bag for the second out, but that'll plate another run for the Bulls. Moyle able to advance over to third. That'll be the 4th run of the inning for the Bulls. Now once again have a 2-run lead. Stepping to the plate, number 18, Owen Pilcher. Pilcher getting a breaking action in the field as he's the designated hitter today. He'll swing at that first offering curveball. Strike one from Stanton. Stanton's second offering up and away for a ball. Pilcher, one of the fastest players in WA, has been able to show off his speed, especially that second inning, able to get over before left on base. He was hit by pitch in his last at bat. Turned around thinking he might wear one again, but has the 3-1 offering. That pitch just misses the strike zone. Kerr holding on to it a little extra longer, trying to buy a strike for his pitcher, but Pilcher will trot on down to first. Runners will be on first and third. Cam Landy stepping to the plate. Gotta believe that with Pilcher's speed, he'll be going on the first offering from Stanton. We'll see how, with 2 outs, how he holds the runner on. Stanton comes set Pilcher with a big lead. Doesn't break right away. Landy swings at that offering, fouls it back behind the plate. Off the netting. That was a massive lead from Owen Pilcher, at least 2 body links. Getting over. You can see there, taking his lead off 3-4 steps away from the bag. He'll break on that pitch. Landy will put it in play. He'll pop it up. Everyone crashing under it. It'll be Stanton taking it. Should have been the first or third baseman calling him off, but Stanton will do the work himself. That'll end the Bulls' threat, but they score 4 more runs in the third. They've scored in every inning. After 2.5, Bulls 8, Biscuits 6. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to Empire Ballpark out here. City of Gosnell's Canning Vale. Beautiful day out in Perth, 29. The breeze just starting to blow a little bit stronger as starting to cool off from the heat of the day. We're here on day 2 of the Rays Showcase, brought to you by Diamond Fitness. Doesn't matter what level of fitness you're at, make sure and get down to the gym. Meet all the staff. Dean White, Johnny Ogilvie, Lee Godfrey, Josh Kennelly, BJ Cook playing in this game. The Bulls will have a new pitcher. I believe it's number 35, Jarrett Crick. We were able to see Crick a little bit last night. Quick outing, so he'll get his second day of work here. Last night the Bulls were able to win 4-0. Braden Moyle led off with a home run. That 1 run stood for 6 innings until the Bulls broke it open with 3 runs in the 6th. Went on to win 4-0. Bulls got on the board again first. 1 run in the first. 3 in the second to take a 4-0 lead again. Gave up 6 last inning. Went back in to the dugout. Broke out the sticks once again and scored 4 more in the top of the third. Have a 2-run lead here, 8-6 after 2.5. We'll see if the Biscuits can respond here at the bottom of the third inning against a new pitcher. Leading off that bottom of the third is Jackson Stivey. Stivey's had a lot of action here this evening. Afternoon, evening, I guess I should say. He'll pop that offering up behind the plate, and Santich will make it in front of the netting in the first base dugout. Stivey just managing to get under that one, inside outed, and as you see there, Santich making a good play up near the fence and netting. Now batting will be the third baseman, Aiden Branch. Branch is able to get things started for the Biscuits in that bottom of that second inning. One of the big reasons he got on base second to load them up and then be a part of coming around in that 6-run inning. Had a tough afternoon so far, battling the sun. A few balls hit his way. Third base, that hot corner, he's had a few balls come at him and off of his glove. Looking to see if he can do a part for his team, get on base, get things started for Biscuits here in the third. Big swing and a miss. Branch will turn it into that offering, and he'll wear it off of his back. 1-1 pitch, hit by pitch there. So Branch will reach base for the second inning in a row. Crick's inside fastball, manages to catch just below those ribs on the left side, and Branch will shake that one off as he trots down to first base. Crick peers in for the signs. We'll turn things over to the top of the lineup. Number 8, Jackson Limpus. Limpus had that hit into right center field that brought around the first runs of the series. He'll put this one into left center. Gooch will track that one down. For the second out of the inning. Now stepping to the plate will be the first baseman, Tyson Knoll. Crick's offering low and away. Second rally train coming through. This one heading back towards the port, Fremantle. Both of them have come through for the Biscuits batting. Knoll has a big swing, just missed. Tyson's always had a pretty good looking swing since he was 11 years old. From first time I saw him playing ball, despite growing about 1.5 feet, he still maintained that same sweet swing. He'll watch. Crick delivering slow motion. You can see a good wide stride, reaches out, nice follow through. He's able to get that one past Tyson Knoll. Knoll manages to get a hold of that one, but it'll be right back at DeCrick as he's fallen off the mound, and that'll end the Biscuits in the third. They managed to strand a runner after 3 complete. Bulls 8, Biscuits 6. We'll be back after this break.
Today I'ma wake up a new man, driving a new road, develop a new plan. I'll never be blue, man, whatever the view, man. Go to a new beach, get me a new tan. I'ma write down every single thought. I goes on my wall, I win, I never fall. I've been gone for a minute, yeah, I had to be free. You want it, I got it, so tell me what you need. I'm unchained, unfazed, and unwilling. It's a new day, new world, we all winning. I'm up late, up early, I gotta get it. Keep working, now we gotta make a million. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. I know you could do it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. I'm finally joined by my colleague, Paul Morgan.
Yes. Hello, Guy. Thank you for holding the fort until took a while to get here from Subiaco in the end. I actually thought it'd be clever, and the freeway was packed, so I thought I'd go down Orong Road, and yeah, I thought it'd be clever, but turned out there's a lot of construction going on that I did not know on Leach Highway and on Road.
Rookie mistake there, Paul. I used to live in that area, and that area has never been convenient for getting to the ballpark in a timely manner at this time of day. So
So that was that was me. Anyway, I was sitting there just enjoying the sights of Welsh Pool, etc. But looks like we've got a good game here, Guy. 8-6. Of course, 4-0 lead early on, and big 6 spot in the bottom of the second, and
4 spot, give it back up. So the Bulls have scored in every inning so far. We'll see what happens once again. The last 2 innings, they've managed to get the leadoff runner on and get started. Let's see what they're able to do here. Leading off for the Bulls was Sam Gooch. Gooch will ground over to BJ Cook, and that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate number 10, Braden Moyle. Sorry, Braden Horsley.
Oh, well, this again.
Oh, well, Braden's.
All good. So it is. There's another game coming up shortly.
Did have a pitching change for the Biscuits. Now throwing for them will be always fun to figure it out with no numbers on the scorecards.
Oh, should be. I'm just pulling up game change now. That's why I'm not chiming in as much.
Horsley will fly that one to center field. Limpus able to camp under it and make that catch for the second out. So the Bulls facing their first 3-up, 3-down inning. Coming to the plate will be second baseman Carlos Salas. Salas has reached base a couple times today. He'll watch that first offering across for a ball. Overall, Stanton got through 3 innings but gave up 8 runs. didn't throw too poorly. Just Bulls had some timely hits. Salas will foul that one straight back into the netting. Salas will pop that one into right field, and that will end the Bulls' fourth inning. First time they go out in order. 3 up, 3 down. After 3.5. Bulls 8, Biscuits 6. We'll be back after this break.
In June of this year, I had an MRI on my knee. The process from start to finish was very quick. They were very accommodating, accepted me in for a booking after hours. They even called me back the next morning to get further scans to get a real thorough diagnosis of my injury. SKG, as a valued partner to the Perth Heat, they always have your best interests at heart and are always taking best care of you.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark here in sunny Canning Vale. It is the Bulls and the Biscuits. Bulls lead the Biscuits 8-6, which will run through all your plays a little bit later in the broadcast. Paul Morgan's my name. Late to the party today. Guy Belair doing a great job for us. And Guy, what's impressed you so far about this under-18 matchup?
Oh, it's obviously day 2 of this series, and we've seen 2 different games. Last night we saw a pitching-dominated game and not a lot of action. We had that 1-0 lead for just about 6 innings before the Bulls were able to break it open and kind of run away 4-0 winners. Tonight we've seen base running, we've seen hits, we've seen hits to the gaps, hits to the infield. Obviously these guys played the late game last night, so the sun being a little bit more of a factor. BJ Cook will lead off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Biscuits. So they look to get back into this game. Took them 8 innings until they were able to score their first runs of the series. He's able to get things started for the Biscuits. See if he can big swing there.
And centers the gas buoy. It looks like he'll camp under it, make the catch. The Gasparis makes the catch. That'll be Gooch in left field, Horsley in right field.
I'm sure if they actually had a picture there of Michael, he's got a pretty big smile. Obviously, he's looked up to BJ Cook for the last handful of years as BJ, kind of the elder statesman of the junior level players, and both of them Swan Districts Baseball Club teammates. Crick on for his 2nd inning of action. He'll start it off with the fastball outside corner.
It's Braden Moyle at third base, Cam Landy at shortstop, Carlos Salas over at second base, Cooper McDonald at first base, catcher Jacob Santich. As Guy said, it is Jared Crick on the mound for the Bulls. The Bulls in the navy blue, the white pants, the Biscuits in the sky blue with navy sleeves.
Kerr will watch that offering for a ball down in the dirt. Had a few changes. Some guys that were playing the bench yesterday, or even pitching yesterday, getting the action in the field today.
2-1 count on Kerr. Kicks and delivers. Hard hit ball, foul. That awkward light of the day, Guy, at the moment here up in the broadcast booth, where it's sun's sort of facing in at us, and it's more facing in at you than me, but it's
got to take those opportunities to find and try to duck around to see everything that you can.
pitch is high, missing and walks for Kerr, so Kerr draws the walk.
As we said, yesterday, a little bit different ball game. We've seen the hits. We've seen a lot more base runners. Obviously, that's entitled to with the score, almost doubled, tripled already from what we had yesterday. But
yeah, that tight one last night. We had Moyle had the home run first at bat, and then had nothing until the back end of the game. We had 3 runs, 4-0 final scores. Goodwin in the bat now for the Biscuits. Crick will pitch, and Goodwin will watch that one high. Beautiful afternoon though, not a cloud in the sky here, so should be good, good weather tomorrow for the grand final matchup between these two, the championship game. They'll play the nightcap tomorrow night. Crick throws.
We'll break this one down. Crick with a good wide stride. Normally if you talk about that, you want to have a, depending if you were stepping off pace-wise, total foot, and about a 6-foot stride, and Crick really reaching out, shortening that distance to the plate.
So going to be some good one there. 2-1 count.
Effectively having his pitch jump on the hitters a little bit quicker. He's able to shorten that distance a little bit with that long stride.
21 pitches so far for Crick. Throws down number 22, and it's hit hard back to Crick, who throws across. Gets the one, bang, bang, double play. So Crick got it to Landy, who flicked it to McDonald, and a double play gets the Bulls off the field and brings the Biscuits on the field. Heading to the home half, sorry, that's through 4 complete, should I say. It is the Bulls 8 leading the Biscuits 6. Timeout from us. Back for more after this. Now that inning ended, and Gee, just superb stuff here. Of course, the throw from Crick to Landy, and then nice one over McDonald. Perfectly executed double play.
Perfectly executed, and of course, Landy being able to show a little bit of everything. We've seen him now be on his second double play. He's attempted 3 earlier in that game. He had that great diving stop to stop the ball near the bag, re-dove back at the bag and tried to turn a double play, and then able to flash his quick hands in turning that one after Crick was able to field it, the comebacker. Cameron Landy having a day in the field, showcasing his glove skills.
8-6, the Bulls lead the Biscuits. Biscuits pitching, Bulls hitting. Number 16's out warming up now. So they're not ready yet, but they're just out in the bullpens at the moment, just swinging and throwing. Michael DeGasperis will get things going for the Bulls. And he'll send that out to one of those aforementioned bullpens.
Jackson Stivey's had a busy day today in left field. Was breaking on that one. Thought he would have an opportunity for it before it drifted well foul. DeGasperis will bloop that one just over first base. Tyson Knoll not able to catch it, but lands foul.
Davis doing the pitching for the Biscuits.
Gasperis trying to make sure all of his Swans teammates stay active. Jackson running in the left field. Tyson Knoll having to run behind the bag at first.
So Davis to DeGasperis.
Davis on for his second inning of work and was able to get the 3 up, 3 down last inning. We'll see if he's able to work just as quickly here in this second time.
The 1-2 count in his favor. Field looking a treat again today out here at Empire Ballpark. Of course, 7 o'clock game and 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock tomorrow is still to come. I know this on the Heat Facebook page. The Old Timers Day coming up on the 29th of January. Get to see some legends from the Heat days gone by.
What are some of the names that are going to be appearing in that game?
Well, the man next is Dean White. He's showing up.
Oh.
So he'll be playing in the game. As down on strikes goes DeGasperis, because Dean White, owner of Diamond Fitness, and big part of the organisation here. Look, I would think, and I have not seen any lineups, but you know, you've got a pretty good. I mean, if they're playing old timers now, I mean, you've got sort of the guys from the '90s, and you've got a lot of good, you know, you got a lot of good guys who are playing. You know, that one from Santich is hit out to right field and caught out there.
I think the last time Dean White swung a bat might have been in the Village Choice exhibition game against the WA women's teams. Heard Ryan Harder talking about that one the last time, hoping they can bring that one back. And I think Ryan Harder commented on that, Jeff Hooker commented on that, and a few others that used to partake in that Fielder's Choice exhibition game.
What was your best record in one of those games?
I managed to not get hit. I think Dean managed to always take the mound to make sure they didn't want me to hit any of them before they went away to the state tournament. So
Moyle had a home run last night. Is in 1-1 counters.
I think Scott Carney and Ryan Harder managed to always be MVPs.
Player umpire was Ryan Harder, or was he?
No, he was played in that game. Dusted off the cleats, and
Moyle is hit in the elbow and will trot down to first base.
we've seen the Bulls be very active on the base paths. Moyle and Pilcher both looking to run as soon as they get on base. I would be willing to bet that we'll see Moyle break within the first 2 pitches.
So this is McDonald now up to bat against Davis. Davis to throw his 20th pitch, and does, and that's dropped by Kerr, who Moyle sort of started to break towards second, and Kerr's throw down to first. Tyson Knoll down there on first as Moyle gets back in time. We'll do it all again. 1-0 count. 2 down. Top of the 5th. Runner goes. The throw from Kerr is just off from BJ Cook. Trying to make the play there, but the throw was wide. Moyle, as you predicted, Gee likes to run. And got himself another stolen base. I think he got, what did he get last night? He got 2 last night for sure.
2, if not a third. I think he's may have had one earlier today already. Gathered another one.
So McDonald watches that one, miss the outside. Davis peers back at Moyle at second, and he throws. And looked all right from here, but
Yeah, we've had a much different zone here in the second day of action than we did last night. So getting a little bit wider in terms of at the letters and at the knees being called.
there's good heads up running from Moyle. He saw Kerr didn't quite get it and scurried down a third, and there was McDonald drew the walk.
I think that's been one of the biggest changes. Yesterday we saw a lot of good baseball from catchers in terms of, you know, dropping to their knees, using their gear, keeping that ball in front of them. Kerr has tried to reach and glove the ball more than using his body to block it. As a result, those are getting away from him and allowing runners to get that extra 90 feet.
So Owen Pilcher. Runners on the corners for the Bulls. They look to extend their lead. 8-6 it currently is.
As we said before, Pilcher getting a day off of action in the field. Designated hitter today. Hit by pitch, his first time up. 2 base hits. His last 2 at bats. He'll play another run for the Bulls. Runners first and second.
Run came home to score. Big Moyle. The RBI single for Pilcher. Cam Landy now is 9-6, your new score. The Bulls lead it, and Landy did some flash work as you were talking earlier, Gee.
Been a terrific defensive shortstop for the last 4 years in the WA State team segments, and haven't seen a fall off during his time. Struggles a little bit with the off-speed stuff, but did manage to come through with that hit down the right field line last night and was able to motor home. Terrific speed.
Here's Landy. 1-1 count. 2 down. So they're just trying to get out of this inning now. It's been a really good effort from the Bulls for the 2 out here, Gee. They 2 quick outs, and since then they've scored a run, got pressure on with the runner on second and first. 2 out hits, as you'll say.
Win ball games.
So Landy bangs that one out to right field, starting to tail away, but good catch in the end.
Vandegraff able to track that one down, and that'll end the threat. Strand 2, score 1.
Do indeed. Back for their home half of the 5th. It is the Bulls 9 leading the Biscuits 6. Back shortly.
day, I'ma wake up a new man. Driving a new road, develop a new plan. I'll never be blue, man. Whatever the view, man. Go to a new beach and get me a new tan. I'ma write down every single thought. Got goals on my wall, I win, I never fall. I've been gone for a minute, yeah, had to be free. You want it, I got it, so tell me what you need. Go get it, you got it, I see you.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark here in the west southern suburbs of Perth. There's the scoreboard there. 9-6 is your score. Well, I hope that said 9-6. That said 8-6, but it's actually 9. The scoreboard said 8-6, but it's actually 9-6. It was the single from Owen Pilcher that scored Moyle to make it 9-6. Crick continues his fine work for the Bulls. Biscuits trail it by 3. Van der Graaf will lead things off for the Biscuits. It is the bottom of the 5th. It is scheduled for a 7-inning game. And right now there's no reason why it won't go 7 innings. Last night, first game went 6 innings, but it... well, I probably shouldn't say that because probably got to this time and then really slowed down. But so it's Van der Graaf versus Crick. Crick has thrown 23 pitches so far. He's 24th. He's in the dirt for a ball. Van der Graaf. Good to see mixture of veterans and new umpires as well, and everyone's learning at this showcase, which is great. From certainly from, you know, when you look at the quality of instructors and coaches that the guys have, you look around at you know, who's in the dugouts, and you know, they got the best of the best in WA baseball helping to instruct them through this. Van der Graaf hits that to McDonald, who takes a couple of steps, throws across to Santich, and Santich gets off the bag and manages to apply the tag and get the out.
I'd like to see if we can see a replay of that one.
Oh, there you go. Your wish is...
Van der Graaf got down that line pretty well, and I'm not sure Santich managed to have the fielder right in the way. I wasn't sure Santich actually got a tag on him.
Got a tag on him, but it's just whether that left foot got down in time or not. But
questionable. We'll go with bing bing. Call by the umpire.
Great work from the crew though to get that together so quickly. Of course, the production done by Show Screens. Nobody does it better than the good people at Show Screens. Sam Shepherd now. Here we go. There's that look, and the tag's applied. No, he's out. That is correct. So, great job. Thanks for the vision for the team. We umpire got it right.
I'll go on the away runs. Edit runs.
Here's Shepherd. Shepherd waits and fouls that one off into the dugout. So it's the Biscuits batting at the moment. They are trailing this by 3.
That one should actually say 4. So now I'll hit 4.
They trailed this game earlier by 4 runs. It was the Bulls jumped out, got a run in the first. They got 3 in the second. Then it was a 6 spot. There you go. Another great look at it. Just got the tag down just before. There's the tag there. And so if we would have sent that one to New York, I think would have remained umpire's call. Nine, 6. pitch, and that one's hard, hit high, and just circling under it is Santich. Santich is called off by Landy. Landy makes the catch. So Landy, good catch there, good calling as well. And that is the first out. Second out, should I say.
Means that number 20, Finlay Duncan.
Finlay Duncan now. Don't hit to Landy. Landy just a little scoop to Santich, and that'll do. So the Bulls continue to keep on roaring here. It's through 5 complete. The Biscuits trail the Bulls, and it's the Bulls 9-6. Off for a break. Back right after this. Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. Rally train just rolling by, and the Bulls don't need any help with the rally train at the moment. Biscuits
had the first 2 rally trains and kind of helped them at the time, but
they had that big 6 spot in the bottom of the second, and have had goose egg since.
Jackson Stivey
Leading off for the Bulls, number 6, Sam.
heading back into the dugout.
Sam Gooch will get things going for the Bulls.
Be done in the field for the day. He's had a busy day out in left field. Had a good job pitching on the mound last night.
Of course, you can send your votes through, but we probably should vote outside of MVP and everything for tomorrow night championship game. On this 18s, we probably should vote for best mullet.
Oh. Jackson would probably definitely be a candidate.
Hard hit ball down the left field line, just fortunately over our cameraman's head there. Davis continues to.
I don't even know
pitches
if we could narrow that down to a top 5. I think there's a few of them running around out there. Of course, a few of them a couple walks away, so.
Would you ever consider a mullet?
No, 0% chance. I think back to, I look back at my high school pictures, and I think the longest I ever had my hair was like down around my eyes. And I look at my mom and I'm like, why the hell didn't you drag me to the barber for a haircut?
Gooch draws a walk.
I suppose it's no different. You couldn't tell me anything then, and I suppose it's the same for these kids. You can't tell them anything either.
It's true. Braden Horsley. The plenty of signals going from the bench to Gooch, so the Horsley's just going to try a little like a situational bunt, or maybe he's maybe they're going to run him, but.
Oh, did we have a delivery in the booth here in this last half inning?
We're having a. Oh, that's his that. Well, there you go. Got him running. But it said earlier that was there's a lot of signals going to Gooch, and in the end, Gooch got the jump, and good job from you see here. It was got the jump, but terrific throw from Kerr on the money to BJ Cook, who just got it down. Yeah, tight play, very tight play. I have to have another look at that one as well, Guy, to see if got there or not. But Horsley will continue. Bangs that one to Goodwin, who throws easily to Knoll. 2 down.
Yeah, Kerr's had an opportunity to throw out a few base runners first few times. This one will be a replay there of the speed of Gooch. Or sorry, that's not Gooch, that's
Horsley.
Horsley. I think I've tried to call Braden everybody but who he is today, so. Carlos
Salazar. Carlos Salas.
You know, definitely is one of those finer times of the day. I think I can see you better in the reflection of the TV screen than I can the actual TV screen. So I thought we were getting a replay of Gooch there, and it was the replay of Horsley running down the line. So. Beautiful day out here in the west. We're finally starting to cool off a little bit. Now down to a balmy 26.
Yep.
Breeze starting to play a little bit of tricks again. It was blowing in from center, then starting to blow out to left, and now starting to wave back in again just a little bit.
Hit high, and Limpus will come in and make the catch, and that will do the ball. So the Biscuits will grab the bats. We'll take a quick time out. Back to the bottom of the 6th right after this.
Today I'ma wake up a new man, driving a new road, develop a new plan. I'll never be blue, man, whatever the view, man. Go to a new beach, give me a new tan. I'ma write down every single thought. I goes on my wall, I win, I never fall. I've been gone for a minute, yeah, I had to be free. You want it, I got it, so tell me what you need. I'm unchained, unfazed, and unwilling. It's a new day, new world, we all winning. I'm up late, up early, I gotta get it. Keep working, now we gotta make a million. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. Go get it, you got it, I see you. I know you could do it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it.
Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. Thursday night baseball, just about 6 o'clock here local time. The Tampa Bay Rays Showcase Series between the WA State 16s and 18 teams. It's the under 18s at the moment. Coming up in about, scheduled for 7 o'clock is the under 16s who will play under lights tonight. As Guy said, beautiful afternoon at the ballpark. 26 degrees currently. Shadows starting to take up part of the field. Certainly over there in right field, there's shadows that they're taking in. So Crick will continue his work. Biscuits trail it by 3. They are now batting, and
Number 12,
Josh Davies will lead things off.
So it looks like we'll have a few changes. Some bench players coming into the games now.
The Biscuits, for the Bulls defensively, taking this pitch from Crick as the rally train rolls by. Defensively is Horsley out in right field, DeGasperis in centre, Gooch in left, Landy in third, McDonald at short, Connor at second, and Brendan will go to first. There's the train rolling by. Fastball inside. Here comes Crick. Pitch as Davis draws himself a walk, lead-off walk. So can the Biscuits get something going? Chip into that 3-run lead. Defensive change happening. There's boy, he sped off into the bullpen. Cam Landy, who Cam Landy was there, and then he's darted out to the bullpen. So this is Limpus. It's not often you see a guy. Not often you see a change at third. The guy that was playing third bolts out to the bullpen. Get to the bullpen and realise there's no bullpen catcher out there for him to get loose with. But so Santich goes to third.
That's because he had to go up into third to go play for him.
Throw your own catcher.
Just throw against the mat.
Yep, looks like someone's headed down there now, so all is well. So imagine Crick has probably got another. Let's even get through. They'd love a double play here to get him through the inning. Pitched really well, Crick.
Yeah, he's been effective. He's into his third inning here, so he's come on shortly after they got all of their runs, and he's managed to keep him at bay and not get any more.
Just Carlos Salas is behind the plate. He's coming out as well to Crick to sort of help out Landy up there as well, getting hot. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Crick stepping out his pace there, where he looks to have his landing foot land and kind of the line he wants to follow towards the plate.
Walking in for Limpus.
I'll put runners first and second. Nobody out. Biscuits. Last time they had an opportunity like this, they were able to get 6 runs. We'll see if they're able to follow suit. It looks like we will have Cam Landy come into the game now as a pitching change.
So Cam Landy was third baseman at the start of this inning. He's now the pitcher.
It was a quick change to third too, because he was at shortstop. He's been playing a great game there, and then, as you said, went to go field third, and then realized, hey, you're going to the bullpen to warm up. That was one of those special changes that obviously they want the kid not come in cold, make sure he's warm, ready to go, and then have that opportunity to perform at his best.
So Tyson Knoll will be next up for the Biscuits. Landy, be one more warm up as all the guys in the infield go back to their positions. Tyson Knoll makes his way into the batter's box now as Landy is loose. Carlos Salas, the catcher. Horsley in right, Gasparis in center, Gucci in left, Santich in third, McDonald shortstop, Connor second baseman, Brendan over in first, Davies on second, and Limpus on first for the Biscuits. Knoll, the tying run. First pitch. Boy, he's got some zip about him, Landy.
Landy's a hard thrower. I've seen him throw a few times in the State League action from WA State League season. Been on the unfortunate end of a few games.
One count. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. Tyson Knoll thinks about it, then watches it down by the shoelaces. Watching under 18s baseball at the moment out here Empire Ballpark, home of the Heat. Here comes Landy again. Throws to Knoll. Knoll, that one bounces in front of Salas. Heads to the backstop. Runners move from second to third and first to second. So full count, huge opportunity for Tyson Knoll. You can get something through the infield and bring it to a one-run ball game. Olympus has got plenty of speed on second, as does Davies. So it's the opportunity for Noel to just get something through. Get his team within 1 run. Here's the pitch. Noel sends it foul. Bounces in front of him and spins out.
And he crashed off the mound in order to try to get that one fair. Good look at Davies getting his lead off from third. Just see Olympus leading off from second.
That'll miss, and Noel will stroll down to first and load the bases.
Well, as we said, the last time the Biscuits had 2 runners on with nobody out, they were able to come away with 6 runs in that second inning. Much in the same fashion, they were able to load them up. And we'll see if they're able to capitalize now.
BJ Cook is the man you want out there, swinging the bat. Perfect situation for BJ Cook here. Nobody out, loaded bases. His team trail by 1.
Last time he was in this situation in that second inning, and he came through. Corners pulled in again. Middle infielders playing double play depth.
Landy. It's really ups the velocity there and right down Road Highway. 1-1 count. Here's Cook. The pitch. Cook hit it, but sends it down to the WA Museum. That's the WA Baseball Museum. All the offices, I believe the heat is still there. Their office is still down there. I know Baseball WA's office has moved to the house just to the side here. And
Yes, Lockie finally vacated the press box area and took up a corner office in the Tom Bateman house.
here's Cook. Watches that one. Low and missing now. It's a big pitch here for Landy. It's all set up for Cook though as the rally train rolls by. Landy pitches in the dirt. Now the count is full with loaded bases. Salas just decides to have a chat to his pitcher.
Indy been a little bit wild here from the mound. He's able to throw strikes from shortstop over to first base, but that 60 feet 6 inches playing a little bit of tricks with him right now.
So a big moment in the ball game. Bases loaded, full count, nobody out. Landy the pitcher, BJ Cook the hitter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and got him. Landy gets the strikeout as Cook goes down swinging. Brings Kerr up now, Jeff Kerr.
Of course, 3-2 count in that situation. You got to bring your best pitch. Landy does, and I don't think BJ missed it by much, but Landy able to put it in a good spot to get it past him.
Comes back with that first pitch strike. 1-2 count.
And he's slowing things down in the game a little bit, taking his time getting on the mound and peering in for signs.
Home plate umpire asks, first plate umpire, did he go? The answer is no.
Kerr fouls that one straight back into behind the plate.
Full count again. One down. Landy on Kerr. Landy. Big deep breath and throws to Kerr. Fouls it off. Go again with the full count. Here's Landy. Throws down. Kerr hits that hard, but very foul. Nice to hear the encouragement for Kerr from the teammates. You can pick it up on the effects mod.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the big things that you can hear all the teammates kind of being very supportive. I was going to say, Landy's actually throwing a very stressful inning here. He managed to load the bases. He's battling, trying to get out of it, but
walked on a run there as that one was high and missing, and Davis will come home to score. Kerr will go to first. Limpus will go to third. Noel will go to second. I think you'll get a pitching change here as one of the young pitchers is just getting hot up in the pen. It's gone into the dugout. So Goodwin. First pitch goes after it, hits it foul down the left field line into the limestone wall seats. As that ball's going to get away from Salas, and coming home to score is Limpus. So one-run ball game now. All of a sudden, 9-8 your new score. And got a runner 90 feet away in Tyson Knoll, and Kerr at second.
And he has a good tight breaking ball, but again, just manages to hang on to that one too much. Throws it short of the plate. Wide outside, and Salas again went to reach for it to glove it. We're seeing a few mental mistakes from the catchers today. Last night we had a great blocking of baseballs in night one, and a few of these are getting away and getting the wall.
There you go. That one is indeed fair. So coming home to score will be Noel and also Kerr, and we have a new leader, the Biscuits. You caught it early, Guy, when you said when they had nobody out and 2 on, they scored 6. Well, they've scored 4 now to lead now 10-9. So big inning from the Biscuits. They're leading 10-9, and that one was just fair, wasn't it?
Managed to just catch the bag. I saw it hit something, and Kerr there manages to fall down, but is able to get up and still come in safely before a throw. That will be all for Cameron Landy.
And the old the tracker as well. Andy Kyle takes it off the field.
Coming into pitch to the balls, number 18, Owen Pilcher.
Owen Pilcher will come into the game.
So we'll lose the designated hitter now. Pilcher will enter. See where Landy re-enters the game.
I don't think he has thus far.
Guess it's one of those exhibition games you can kind of do what you want, but
So 10-9 you need score, the Biscuits. And that means as well, all of a sudden, the Biscuits are 3 out away from winning.
yeah, kind of a big change in circumstances there. You know, they started the half inning looking at chasing some runs to get back into it, and now, you know, the head coach has a few thoughts. Does he go to BJ to close out a game and give themselves an opportunity? Because if he can do that, BJ might be able to go on 2 days, but I'd be willing to bet that they might also be keeping BJ in reserve. That you know, they want a chance to win tomorrow's game, but. Slow things that go through your thoughts in terms of, you know, whether this outcome determines who's the home team for tomorrow night as well, and all the little things that go into it.
Van de Graaf.
You know, we have a grand final, but there's still something to wanting to take 2 out of 3 or sweep everybody as well.
So it'll be Van de Graaf and Owen Pilcher, your pitcher. Goodwin at first for the Biscuits. They've scored 4. Coming this inning trailing 6-9. Going to go out of it at least leading 10-9 as that one's well hit to right field, but Horsley does a good job, and good lead from Goodwin. Goodwin was heading to second, but got back in time. 2 down.
Coming up to bat, number 18, Sam Shepherd.
Sam Shepherd now. He's up. First pitch he sees from Pilcher is in for a strike. Fouled off into the seats up at the old party deck. Good running from Goodwin. Salas, good throw from Carlos Salas as well, the second, but
Slow developing, taking off, but was able to get there and beat the throw.
And straight to Connor, who'll throw across in time and get the out. So there we are through 6 completed. Big inning for the Biscuits. They scored 4. We will head to the 7th, where the Biscuits are 3 outs away from winning this. We'll head to a break. Back for more shortly.
In June of this year, I had an MRI on my knee. The process from start to finish was very quick. They were very accommodating, accepted me for booking after hours. They even called me back the next morning to get further scans to get a real thorough diagnosis of my injury. SKG, as a valued partner to the Perth Heat, they always have your best interests at heart and are always taking best care of you.
Welcome back. Beautiful chilled music to bring us back in here at the top of the 7th at Empire Ballpark. Gee, that's a very, I enjoyed that. Very good job of the music, just sets the scene perfectly as Luden Tamara has been given the opportunity for the Biscuits to shut this game up and send us to the championship game tomorrow, as Tamara will be the pitcher. The Gasparis will be your batter. It is a score of 9-10. The Biscuits lead it. The Biscuits, Luden Tamara and his Biscuits are 3 outs away. I reckon, Guy, that chilled music in baseball just is the perfect melody, isn't it?
I don't mind that one. Don't mind it at all.
No, I back it. Sets the tone as we have arrived at the top of the 9th. The Gasparis, as mentioned, is your hitter for the Bulls. They trail by 1, so can they extend the game? Or will Luden Tamara and his Biscuits take the W? Gasparis fouls down the left field line after the initial strike, so 0-2 count. Just a reminder, next game is the under-16s, which should be around about 7 o'clock first pitch. Gasparis fouls that off.
Okay, 2 kids that know each other well, both being teammates at Swang Districts.
Fouls that one off. 0-2. It remains a count. Nobody out. One's going to be, so the Gasparis is going to get it to that 5-6 hole and get himself a single, lead-off single, and Careless Whisper is playing as the walk-up song. Now, you had some hot takes on the walk-up songs last night. But.
Well, I guess I would take this one over some of the stuff last night, but it does raise questions as to what's happening next door. I suppose they're just hitting next, and that's what comes up in the cycle of songs, but
Brendan up to bat against Tamara.
You see Luden kind of falling off towards the first base side a little bit more. Not necessarily falling towards the plate. Again, every pitcher has a little bit different style, stance. Something that works for them, but
Cool strike at the knees. Interesting to see whether DeGasperis decides to go. He's been measuring up.
he's got plenty of speed.
He's fouled off up into sort of where the entry gates are.
In terms of when we talk about two teams being evenly matched, I do think they're evenly matched, but I think the Bulls are probably the quicker of the two, with Pilcher and Moyle and DeGasperis and Landy. 4 pretty quick guys. As you said, it'll be interesting to see if DeGasperis is able to gain that 90 feet. Obviously, they do need the 1 run. He doesn't want to run himself into an out, but
that's a hard hit ball. This is going to be work for Limpus. He's going back, but makes a catch just shy of the track, and then DeGasperis heads back to first. So first out of the game. It was well tracked by, watch it here again, well struck ball from Brandon, but Limpus tracked that well.
You know, and normally you want to see your outfielder get back and kind of camp under it, but it also kind of kept DeGasperis on his toes, because the way he kept going back, never really camped, never looked like he was necessarily on it. DeGasperis kept creeping towards second, and then had to retreat quickly back to 1.
Moyle. Number 32, Moyle is in now. Braden Moyle.
As I said, with the Bulls chasing that 1 run, you have that runner there on base. You don't want to run him into an out and then not have the ability to score that one, but you sure would like to see him get into that scoring position, getting over to second base, because then any hit is potentially that tying run.
Mara throws, and good bit of catching there from Kurd. Scooped it out of the dirt. So Tamara, 1-2 count. Throws, and that one's hit softly to center, but running in. Good job by Limpus, makes the catch and makes DeGasperis head back to first. So down to their final out now, the Bulls.
Interesting to see them. Last night they did not play timid at all on the base paths. It started that way, and I know Moyle and Pilcher seem to have green lights whenever needed, but appeared to be a little bit timid in this last half inning in terms of chasing that run that we haven't seen them until this point.
So McDonald, can he keep it going? 1-1 count. Tamara pitches, and that one is foul. Donald gets it stretched out. Here's McDonald. Tamara pitches, and McDonald fouls that into the side screen. Tamara throws. Well hit ball straight to Cook, who's just going to do his own work. He's going to stand on second base, and that'll do it. So, final score on this one: the Biscuits defeat the Bulls. Final 10-9. Tomorrow night, these two teams at 7 o'clock will play for in the championship game. But it is once more the final score: 10-9. It's the Biscuits get the chocolates. Stick around. 7 o'clock is the under-16s. These two teams back tomorrow night, as mentioned, at 7 o'clock. Congratulations, both teams. Thanks so much for your company. Big thanks to all the show screens crew for doing an exceptional job. The sponsors, SKG Radiology, Australian Institute of Fitness, and Diamond Fitness. On behalf of Guy Belair, my name's Paul Morgan. Thanks so much for your company. See you at 7 o'clock.